I'm here with Steve Nicholson, Chief Football Writer for the Derby Telegraph, after the Rams' 1-1 draw with Ipswich Town. Steve, and straight after the game, Steve McLaren revealed that striker Chris Martin has agreed a new 4-year contract.
Yeah, that was the big news after the game. You know, the Telegraph on Friday ran a story on the back page saying that Chris Martin and Richard Keogh, there were new offers on the table for both of them. There's been speculation about Richard Keogh and a bid from Burnley that's been rejected, I understand. But yeah, Chris Martin signing a new deal, or agreeing a new deal, is massive news, really. You know, 25 goals last season. He scored 4 already this season. And at a time when other strikers are going for big money, you know, you wonder why some clubs maybe haven't come in for Chris as well, because at the moment he's certainly one of the best strikers in this division.
He scored again today, giving Derby the lead, but in the end they had to settle for a point.
Yeah, they started the game really well, you know, and when Chris Martin scored, you know, Ipswich's defending was pretty shocking on the goal, but he took the ball into the net, and that's what Chris has been doing. And at that moment, you kind of thought, they could go on and win 2 or 3 here, but they just lost their way. You know, they got a bit disjointed. The injury to Jeff Hendrick, which we'll talk about in a minute, didn't help. But they were kind of losing their way just a bit before then as well, I felt. And it's this inconsistency. Steve McLaren again has spoken about inconsistency within games, and at the moment Derby are finding it very difficult to be consistent within games. It's not going to be possible to dominate a game in the Championship for 90 minutes. It doesn't happen. It didn't happen last season, and it won't happen this. But it's important to kind of, when you're on a good spell, make the most of it. But they are kind of dipping in and out of form at the moment, and I say they need to iron that out.
Hendrick, we're told, has suffered a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, he got the injury, say, when Derby were 1-0 up. He went down, fell very awkwardly. People wanted the penalty, some fans was crying for one. I didn't think it was. But he was clearly in some pain. You can always tell straight away. He didn't move a great deal. The Ipswich keeper stood over him, was very concerned. And the physios looked concerned when they went on. And when he was helped off, he was holding his right arm. But we understand it's a dislocated shoulder. We don't know how bad it is at the moment. Dislocated shoulder, it could go back in. Or, you know, if it's a real trouble, it might need to be pinned. We just don't know. And that would dictate how long he'll be out. And he went off, and Wilwood Hughes came on, slotted into that role. As I say, Derby kind of lost their way. They were losing their way before then. And to be credit to Ipswich, I thought second half they did well. Ipswich, they were always going to be a threat from set plays. That's the strength of Ipswich side. We saw that in the 4-4 last season here. They didn't quite get the delivery right first half on set pieces. They did second half, and Christophe Berra scored with a header to equalise. And in the end, both sides could have won it or lost it. You know, it was that type of game in the end, and I think a 1-1 draw was a fair result.